Going into this week, a Jackson County lawmaker will be pushing a new ordinance. He says it will prevent killings like Renee Good's from happening here. It puts restrictions on how law enforcement can present themselves in public. Alex Love spoke to the supervisor and joins us now live from the newsroom. Alex, how would this all work?
So this ordinance essentially bans officers and deputies at any level from wearing masks or hiding their identities, Grace, while they're on official business in Jackson County. This ordinance was drafted by Manny Abarca, who says it's needed to rebuild public trust in law enforcement.
ICE has got to go!
We've heard all weekend people demanding change to how ICE operates. In Jackson County, legislator Manny Abarca believes he has an answer: prohibiting authorities from concealing their faces or badges on the job.
When ICE comes into our community, when any authority comes into our community and says, I'm going to cover my face, I don't have to tell you who I am, I don't have to tell you what my badge number is, there is no accountability. It hurts community policing.
Abarca named the ordinance after Renee Good. Besides a few exceptions, agencies could face internal punishments, civil lawsuits, and criminal misdemeanors by concealing who they are without pre-approval. Jackson County Sheriff Daryl Forte does not approve. In a statement, he called the ordinance government overreach, adding, quote, deputies will be allowed to use face coverings based on reasonableness. Exemptions as defined by local elected officials will not supersede a deputy's ability to use discretion in their performance of duties.
This is something we've seen around the country.
Political science professor Matt Harris of Park University says it will come down to determining if this law conflicts with federal law.
If courts say this isn't something that prevents the federal government from carrying out their duties, then maybe you would see that something like this would stand.
Abarca believes this law would be constitutional under Amendment 10 and criticized Sheriff Forte for already dismissing it.
If he chooses not to enforce this, shame on him. And that's why we have an election process. And maybe there needs to be a new sheriff in town.
Now, this ordinance currently sits in the Anti-Crime Committee. Lawmakers will revisit it Monday at 3 p.m. in the Eastern Jackson County Courthouse of Independence, where public comment is welcomed. Grace?
All right. Thank you so much, Alex.